We're talking right now with Oliver Sloup of Blue Line Futures. He's located in Chicago. Oliver, did you hear anything in the way of any significant cash cattle trade today or not?
Nothing really to write home about. I think I saw some 125 cross, but that's not really helping the board here. We've kind of got a risk-off trade throughout a lot of the markets, and it really started in the overnight session. Equities got beat up pretty bad, and we're seeing that lead to some profit taking in some of these commodities, including the livestock markets. In particular, you're seeing live cattle sell off quite a bit, as well as feeder cattle, despite corn being weaker as well. So live cattle really kind of pulling back to that breakout point from June 11th, that 119 and a quarter area. This is going to be a big level to hold longer term. If we can do that, we could potentially bounce and get back up towards the top end of the recent range near 124. But we're not going to be holding our breath for that. We continue to be a little bit more optimistic, looking further out in time in that December contract, which made new contract highs just about a week ago, but trading about $3 or $4 off of that. We think that's where the value is going to be. So that continues to kind of draw our attention there. Feeder cattle, really interesting. We're still in a trend, an upward trend, higher highs and higher lows here over the last couple of weeks, but fading off here a little bit. And with today's weakness in the corn, you really want to see some strength in the feeders, and the inability to do that might be raising a little bit of a caution flag here in the near term.
Yeah, technically, that would look especially weak when you have the support coming from the feed grain markets and not able to capitalize on that. Right now in live cattle, you currently have August $1.22 lower at 119.40. We have October down at $1.22. Now on the feeder cattle that Oliver just mentioned, we have August down at $1.75 at 157.25. That's $2 and a dime off our earlier high of the day. We're a half a dollar off of our earlier low. September feeders, they're down $1.42 at 160.10 per hundredweight right now. On the lean hog trade, we have had basically a week of some huge spread buying and selling. It depends on which day of the week you're looking at. Tuesday was one thing, Wednesday was the opposite, and now today everything is just slightly higher. We're 40 to 70 higher, with August up 40 cents at $100.80. When you look at the overall chart pattern here on the August lean hogs, can you even take anything away from this, as choppy as it has been this week?
Choppy, and really consolidating from last week at this time. We were talking about lean hogs being limit down. We saw some follow through on Friday's session, but nice to see the market be able to stabilize. But as someone who's a little bit more bullish this market, you really want to see some sort of a springboard reaction higher after being sold off so heavily here over the last month. We continue to be optimistic, but we want to regain ground back above that 105 level. If we can do that, I think we could potentially go fill that gap, which comes in closer to 110 to 111 for that August contract.